What's up, YouTube? It's Wi-Fi Memory here today, bringing you guys some more VGC 2021 action. Today we are rocking out with our Mamoswine Garchomp team. We added one new member to the team. We took the Comfey off and replaced it with Whimsicott. Whimsicott rocking out with the Moonblast, Tailwind, Helping Hand, and Protect. If you guys want the rental code, here it is. And we'll get some battles going. Pretty much, I just wanted to show you guys the rental code real fast. That way, if I do forget at the very end of the video, I already showed you guys the rental code, so no harm, no foul that way. This team actually went, since we've added Whimsicott, it has played pretty nice. Not gonna lie, Whimsicott was a very nice suggestion by Harold HD. He also suggested Focus Sash on the Mamoswine, take the choice band off, so I did that. And so we're going to rock out with it. Our first opponent of the day is against Falx with Venusaur, Tornadus, Tapu Fini, Marowak, Arcanine, and Urshifu. How do we want to play this? I'm going to tell you right now, our opponent is very Mamoswine weak. So I'm going to lead Mamoswine. Lecky is actually kind of a nice little lead too here. So yeah, we'll do that. And then for the back mons. Let's see, I don't really see any major speed control. He doesn't have an easy way to get the sun up either, unless the Arcanine either goes for max flare or it has Sunny Day. Tornadus actually could have Sunny Day. Okay, so if Tornadus has Sunny Day, he's probably going to lead it. So Torn Venusaur lead? If that's the case, we go, I still think we're fine going Stilla. And I do think Togekiss is still okay here. So yeah, we'll rock out with those guys in the back. Hopefully, hopefully he doesn't beat us with Sunny Day Tornadus, because we totally predicted it. But we'll have to see. Our opponent apparently might have actually ran out of time selecting their team, so that'll be interesting to see if they have ran out of time or not. But anyway, how's y'all's day been? My day, this is coming off of Monday, but this is Monday was a pretty rough day for me, so but hey, I mean, first day of the work week is not usually the easiest day to begin with anyway, so who am I to complain? Alright, so they did lead what I was expecting. What we could do is max Hailstorm into either one of them, couldn't we? But I'm afraid of that Sunny Day. I am really afraid of that. But I still think we'd still go for this play. Nonetheless, go for Hailstorm. Probably into the Venusaur, I would imagine, being the right play. And then we can go into a... We'll go Screech as well into the Venusaur slot. We'll see what happens. I'm really kind of just hoping that he doesn't go for like Sunny Day, like he goes for like Tailwind or something like that. I don't even know if Tornadus gets Sunny Day, tell you the honest truth. But if I mean, he might have it, so I don't know. I know he definitely gets Tailwind, and that might be the play that he's opting to go for. There's a Tailwind. Okay. So our Screech will come out. Go ahead and lower that defense on that Venusaur. What does the Venusaur want to do, though? Is he going to try and put our Mamoswine to sleep? He sure does. Okay, well, that's not fun. That is not what we wanted to see at all. But I think at this point we can still go for a nice little Electro Web. We can go for Thunderbolt or something as well. But I think Electro Web's fine here. Hopefully, we're hoping that Mamoswine just wakes up. He already spent one turn asleep, technically, so he could easily just wake up this turn. He can wake up next turn, but we've already wasted one turn of sleep, so we're hoping that we can at least maximize Mamoswine, because Mamoswine does so well against our opponent here. He lifts Raw's Tornadus into Marowak. That has the Lightning Rod ability. So very, very good switch there. And the Tapu Fini. Hey, we're still hitting the Tapu Fini really hard. We are hitting that Tapu Fini really hard with our Electro Web. He is getting a Misty Seed proc, which procs his special defense. Okay, I see you, man. I see what you're doing. Alright, let's see that. Electro Web, how much are we talking? That's good damage. That's free damage. That's good damage. Mamoswine does wake up and gets a nice little Hellstorm off as well. Fantastic. That's what we want to see. Alright, so we're still able to put a little bit of pressure on that Tapu Fini, but we're putting a lot of pressure on that Marowak because he was not expecting us to wake up this turn. We should probably be able to just one-shot it, no problem, right? He could easily go for Protect, but if he goes for Protect, there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, just let's go for another Web. Put some more damage on that Fini, making it to where if he does decide to go for Calm Mind, it's going to be very, very hard for him to sweep with Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini doesn't have a good way of recovery. The best way of recovery it gets is leftovers or a berry. There's the Protect. That's fine. As long as we get decent chip damage here, I feel fine. Alrighty, so we're getting this nice little Electro Web off again. Putting Tapu Fini in the red. Fantastic. And Tapu Fini actually setting up to Reflect as a support Fini. It didn't have a berry, so very interesting. That might be a light clay Tapu Fini. We'll have to see, but Marowak takes that halfway decently, which is sad to say. Alright, so we're at the point right now that we're able to knock out Tapu Fini if we want to. For Marowak, I mean, we could go for Ice Shard. That's going to do a lot of chip damage. He could decide to Dynamax it though. I'm still okay with Mamoswine being on the board here, and then we can Lucky still has his air balloon attack, so if he does decide to go for a ground attack into our Lucky, we'll be in a good spot anyway. So yeah, I'm happy. If you go for a Dynamax Marowak play and you target Lucky with a ground attack, hey, it is what it is. I don't believe our air balloon has been procced yet. Now, we have took some buffet from the Hellstorm, but that's different. That doesn't pop our air balloon, I don't believe. So Ice Shard just to get nice little chip damage. And then Electro Web will come out. And we should be able to pick up the KO onto the Tapu Fini, which is fantastic. Now I hope this Marowak ain't a special Marowak. But here's the Max Quake. Okay, we do have Focus Sash, so we'll take this. We'll take it nicely. All right. And I don't really know the speed tiering of Marowak versus Mamoswine. Mamoswine might be faster, and if that's the case, I would really like to go for a Screech Earthquake play. But I don't know. At the same time, I'd also like to go for an Ice Shard. He does have Tailwind though, doesn't he? Does he? I thought he set it up. It may have petered out, but that means he's going to be going for Tailwind again. So we'll easily go for Ice Shard there. It might be okay to switch Lecky out. Nah. It'll be alright. Let's go for another Webs. Because I kind of want to see if he's going to go for Max Quake into our Lecky at some point. If he goes for Max Quake into a Mamoswine or any attack, really, it's like you're wasting an attack because of our Focus Sash. That does decent chip. Followed by our Electro Web, we should be able to pick up the KO onto the Tornadus. Unless he dodges. Which he doesn't, so that's good. Good. That's what I wanted to check right there. Make sure we can just go ahead and pick up the KO. He goes for Max Quake into Mamoswine. You practically wasted a turn of your Dynamax though for going into a 1 HP Pokemon. But hey, that's good for us. That's great for us actually, so I'm not going to complain. Lecky is still faster, which gives us the ability if we need to screech it, but both our attackers are special, so that's out of the option. I'm thinking Togekiss. I'm 50-50 on it still. It could be a good switch into, but there's the Venusaur. Okay, I'm okay with saving Stilla in the back. D-Gleam or Air Slash? Do we go ahead and get rid of... I think we go Air Slash into Venusaur. And Lecky, let's just go for another Electro Web. I'm really hoping this Marowak is not a special attacking Marowak, or we'll be in trouble, because we practically just boosted him up. Marowak does get moves like Ice Beam, and I believe Flamethrower actually of all the moves. So it might not be a good idea for us to keep doing this Electro Web play. But Venusaur is actually faster than our Togekiss. Ooh, that's not good. That's not planned. Max Rockfall also probably into Togekiss, right? Sadly. To me, Max Rockfall though almost tells me that it's physical. You know, I don't know if you would run Ancient Power onto a Marowak. I mean, you could. Alright, Misty Terrain runs out, so that means Lecky is actually acceptable for the Venusaur Sleep Powder, which is not good either. But I think another Electro Web, we can go for like a Air Slash into the Venusaur slot. We should be fine. Pick up the KO there. How much have we boosted this Marowak special attack? It's practically full. And you notice that he's ignoring our Lecky. I mean, he has no reason not to. Because Marowak technically beats Lecky. Technically, I mean, he does. And there's nothing Lecky can even do about it. That's why... But this speed control stuff is really helping us out, I feel. If we get rid of this Venusaur, we're probably in a decent spot. Because I don't see Marowak getting rid of Stilla. That's the thing. Okay, you get rid of Lecky, which is probably a good thing. Let's be honest. As long as I don't flinch here. And you go for Weather Ball. Okay, I'm glad you didn't go for Sleep Powder. Fantastic. Can we pick up this KO? Can we pick up this KO? Fantastic. So it's Stilla versus Marowak, but Marowak is in the sand. We got our special attack boost though, but he's got basically a +3 in his special defense, but he's pretty low on health. So he's going to be able to outspeed us. That's one thing we can't stop either. So just have to see what happens. Hopefully we'll be able to knock him a little bit before he can hit us hard enough. Thunder Punch, that's not good. And still it goes down. Good game to our opponent. He definitely played Marowak correctly. it came down to the Marowak play, but there was not, in that situation, there was not much that we could have done to prevent the Marowak. Trying to think how I would play that differently, because we may run into that again. I mean, Marowak had us checked at that point. Once we had Lecky on the field, to me, though, Lecky was such a key component to our strategy of getting the speed control. I wonder if Whimsicott would have been a better option, though, going for the Tailwind. But that's just one of those hard ones. Big Steve, VGC. Okay. He's rocking out with Lecky, Tapu Fini, Urshifu, Rillaboom, Landorus, and Incineroar. If I had to call this a Big Six team, that would be the Big Six team right there. Alright, so let's see how we beat the Big Six, you know? Big Six is actually a little bit weak to Mamoswine and Lecky. I mean, it kind of is. Like, low-key, you're kind of weak to that, you know? Because Incineroar and Landorus is not able to intimidate Mamoswine, which is super nice. From there, Togekiss or Whimsicott? We're going to go rock out with Whimsicott here. Mainly due to I want to showcase it off just a little bit, because we kind of hyped it up a little bit in the intro. So let's showcase it off a little bit. And then Stilla, Togekiss, or Garchomp? Let's go Garchomp. It's a Garchomp team. Go Garchomp. And we will see what happens. I believe this is game 2. My mind is slipping, but I'm looking at the time. I'm like, yeah, we ain't had enough time to play 2 games yet. So this is game 2, I think. And then game 3 will be after this one. Alright, so Mamoswine, Lecky versus Incin and Lecky. Okay, we're actually in an okay spot. What I want to do, like, it's so tempting. It's just a Dynamax, right? Mamoswine. Because I don't want... Then again, so tempting just to go for EQ, right? EQ, Protect. I know we got the Air Balloon. I just don't want to get prompted by a Fake Out from the Incin. But what is that Lecky going to do to my Mamoswine? Practically nothing. That's why it's switching. Landorus. That's fine. I mean, if you're double switching, that's something, you know? I mean, you could double switch. Dodge our EQ for sure. But you don't. You actually Dynamaxing here? Are you a weakness policy? Are you a weakness policy Incin? Because I've ran into this before. This would not be the first time I've seen a weakness policy Incin. Let's see though. Let's see. Alright, so we do go for Protect, and then we're going to go for the EQ play. Mamoswine. How much are we doing to this Incin, by the way? That's decent chip. If you want to call it chip. That's decent damage. Okay. What I would really like to do is Ice Shard, and then I want to see if Max Lightning could pick up the KO on the Incin from that range. I really want to see. Is it worth Dynamaxing Lecky though? Because he's got the Landorus. Rillaboom can wall us and his own Lecky can, but the Tapu Fini and the Urshifu would have problems. We know he has a Lecky, and if we hit Lecky with an electric attack, he still doesn't feel good. So yeah, I think we're fine. Because I mean, he's practically revealed. He revealed the Lecky. We got Garchomp also in the back. too to help out with anything that we need. This Ice Shard, I think, is a very, very crucial point in the game too. If he protects Landorus, because I mean, it doesn't have to KO. We don't have to KO this Ice Shard. But he does protect. I was just really wanting to get damage out. This comes down to Lucky being able to pick up this KO or not. And it's unfortunate that we were unable to pick up that KO. So we may lose Mamoswine here. A little bit unfortunate. Wonder if obviously the correct play would have been doubling into that Incineroar slot. And then we wouldn't have lost Mamoswine. But that's hard. That's a hard read to read that protect from that Landorus. Okay, so we can go into Garchomp. Yeah, that's fine. Right here, we have to go for Swords Dance and Max Lightning into the Incin. So, it's obviously, I mean, this has got us in a little bit of a pickle because we don't really have much of an answer for the Landorus. We still have ways to beat it. It's just, it becomes a little bit harder. What is the Landorus wanting to do here? He could be wanting to go for EQ, which wouldn't be... There's the EQ. It won't affect Lecky, though. And that's who he wants to hit. Garchomp takes it. Okay. So we got one more turn of Dynamax. I think we just go for that stab Dragon Claw right into the Landorus. Going for a Max Lightning into the Incin. I don't think he has a great switch in for this Max Lightning, because it's terrain boosted as well. So yeah, you go into your Lecky, that's fine. Landorus gets a protect off. He goes for another protect. Okay. Max Lightning does nice little damage to your Lecky. Was it worth it? Right now, outside of the two Leckys, Garchomp is the fastest thing on the field practically. And I think Garchomp is putting on a lot of pressure for our opponent. Let's go ahead and do a Screech plus a Dragon Claw. The Lecky can't do nothing to our Garchomp, and that's who I care about at the moment. Because Garchomp can definitely, if we can get this Landorus off the field, I think we're good. Hey, he's off the field. You bringing out Incin? Okay. That's fine. Incin, you're gone. Alright, so there's the Screech. Go ahead and... I wish I hit the Landorus. I think we would have definitely got the KO and stuff. He goes for Volt Switch. Does a lot of damage, actually. But, okay, he reveals that he's Life Orb. And now that's going back into the Landorus, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there it is. So we're back on neutral, but that Incin is about to go down. He's at minus... I believe it's -2 defense. I might be wrong. It might be -1. But either way, he goes down. So you lost one of your pivot Pokemon. Our Lecky showed that it was faster, at least this turn. It could have been a speed tie, so we can't count that if he goes back into Lecky again. I mean, if he doesn't go into Lecky, then our Lecky will definitely be the fastest thing. We gotta keep in mind too that we have Whimsicott in the back, and Whimsicott's not the best. solo runner, I guess is what the best thing to say is. The biggest thing is we don't really have a way to hit this Landorus for anything. Since he practically got me back to neutral. And going for going for a Swords Dance is practically suicide. We'll go for Dragon Claw. We'll go for... misclick. I meant to hit the Landorus. That was a misclick. Oh well. That Lecky is practically about to just KO itself though, right? With the Life Orb. No, it actually isn't. Yeah, that was definitely a big misclick there. We could have done a lot more damage to this Landorus. Tapu Fini weakens our dragon attacks as well. Well played, well played. The right play, I think, was Thunderbolt. The Taiyashri Thunderbolt his Lecky, because then our Dragon Claw would have done a little bit more damage. But now EQ will come out, hit his Tapu Fini as well. But we're down to Whimsicott. We are down to a Whimsicott. Yikes. Okay. Okay. Whimsicott could still... Like, I'm not counting Whimsicott out at all, right? Whimsicott can still win this. He's going to protect Landorus. You got to predict it, right? Or, actually, he's probably going to double into Whimsicott. He probably doesn't care at this point, right? So, we have to go for Moonblast into the Landorus slot. Trying to pick up the KO there. Sadly, we do not get it. And he goes for Fly. That's good, though, in a way, because we do have Protect. Bad in a way, because then this gives the Tapu Fini... Tapu Fini got the special attack drop anyway. We could go for Protect. His Fly will come back down, hit our Protect. He could go for Calm Mind, he could go for Moonblast. Next turn, it doesn't really matter. He'll hit us with Moonblast to win the game. So that's just how that goes. That's why I went ahead and run, just to save us some time. We're at 28 minutes already. And I think we either are giving you guys a bonus battle, or our next battle, our battle number 3. But we'll do one more anyway. Oh man, you hate to see us when you want to start to showcase. That's when I start losing, I guess. I don't know, man. But okay, Chris, what you got, Chris? You're walking out with Spectrier, Urshifu, Comfey, Indeedee, Togetic, and Glastrier. Okay. Hey, on this channel, we respect Togetic. I used to run that a little bit back in the day. Pretty fun Pokemon to run. Pretty cool. Alright, so last battle, we're definitely showcasing Whimsicott a little bit. Whimsicott, and let's actually put Whimsicott in the back. What I want to do is Garchomp, Togi. Do I though? Do I want to do this? That's another question. Still, you're there for the Glastrier. I don't think he's going to be leading it. I really hope he isn't decided to lead it. Lecky. I think you hit everything, so I think you're a pretty safe bring. No, we need to, like I said, we need to take Whimsicott. Yeah. Whimsicott. Whimsicott in the bag. Lecky would have been interesting as well, because then that gave us a Screech to get the defense drops and stuff, but we gotta showcase the Whimsicott just a little bit. This is Whimsicott's debut. At least for this team, I've used Whimsicott plenty of times onto the channel, but it's his debut with the Garchomp squad. Which the Garchomp squad, off camera, fantastic team. It seems like when I'm on camera, that's when the struggles are real. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta, and that was the same way with Malamar for me. Once I get going, getting used to it, hopefully I'll get some more practice games in and everything, and we should be good to go. But hopefully by Friday's upload, we'll have it down packed. I'm seeing an expanding forest, so there's no reason to go for follow me here. I think D-Gleam is just a decent attack overall. Gives us a chance to get crit on both. He actually goes for a follow me of his own. So what's your Comfey doing? Are you trick rooming? Because you very well could. You very well could right here. You're actually taunting our Togekiss. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Good play though, I guess, because if I wanted to redirect any damage, I can't now. At least for a few turns. Yeah, 2 more turns. I think we're fine where this board is though right now, because there's not much damage our opponent can do to us. Yeah, let's just go for a D-Gleam. If he switches out, he switches out. I was down. Honestly, it would have been greedy to go for another Swords Dance. I don't know. But we should be able to get both KOs here. Fantastic. Alright, we're looking good. Like, our opponent has not done anything other than taunt our Togekiss. If you're wanting to go into Glastrier, what I can do, because I only got 1 more turn of taunt. If you have Togetic and you have Glastrier, right? I can go ahead and get rid of your Togetic, right? Do I even have to? I need a max Garchomp. But if I do that, Glastrier, there's a big chance that Glastrier can just OHKO us. So I think the right play is actually go for Rock Slide. As much as you want to max, you go for Rock Slide. And I think Air Slash, it'll do a little bit more damage. And we're forcing the Togetic to follow me by doing this play. We can get a crit on the Glastrier, and that will do a lot of damage. If he follows me and Air Slash goes into the Togetic, we can get a crit on that, and that will do. He could KO. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Rock Slide might be able to pick up the Togetic anyway, so because we are +2. There's the follow me. We forced the follow me. It's the only play he could have gone for there. How much is the Rock Slide doing? That's a lot of damage, folks. That's a lot of damage. We do activate a weakness policy. But if Glastrier is literally the only thing, Glastrier is so slow that we could revenge KO him. Remember, we brought Stilla in the back for him. Togetic hangs on by 1 HP. But he's going to faint to the Hailstorm. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm glad we didn't go ahead and Dynamax Garchomp. In that situation, Dynamax and Garchomp could have made us lose this game. But I think in this situation, Stilla is still not going to like it though. But we can easily go for a follow me. Yeah, that's fine. Now we got our follow me back. Taunt has shook off. It's gone to Stilla. So we didn't bring Whimsicott in this game, but I think we showcase how we beat Glastrier if there's no direct trick room, you know. Still Spike, and then really and truthfully, why not just Helping Hand? I don't see the Glastrier being able to pick up a KO onto Stilla if he decides to go into it. Honestly, I mean, I've seen so many people not force to follow me anyway. He may not even. He may just go ahead and target into the Togekiss, and I get a free attack off anyway. Yeah, that's just the thing. I hope a Hailstorm does not KO Stilla here. If that does, then we lost. But okay, if we do outspeed, this should KO. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, we at least won one game. Fantastic, nonetheless. Guys, this Garchomp team, as you can see, is not perfect. So I want you guys to try it out maybe. Help me out. Let's make this team perfect. Who wants to see Garchomp #1 on the ladder? I do. Alright. We got to do it before Series 10. I'm going to be grinding and trying to make this team as good as possible, but I may need your help. So go ahead, go in the comments down below and comment what would you change about this team to make this team better. That way we can, as a community, have a really good Garchomp team. I'm building this team from the idea of a best-of-1 scenario, but all this stuff that we're going to be doing, I want it to apply for a best-of-3 scenarios as well. So I want to have a lot of different techniques. Maybe try and implement a weakness policy Pokemon on this team as well. It could be Garchomp, it could be Mamoswine, or it could be a totally new Pokemon on this team. But let me know in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe if you are new. And this is Wi-Fi Merman signing out. Peace.